I think Mikel Arteta needs to take at least one page out of Maresca's books and look to start managing your players a little bit better.
If I'm a player playing for Chelsea and I'm going away to a team that's lost 4 in 5 or 5 in 5, they're in a bad run of form, and I've just seen Arsenal drop points at the top of the league, you bet your ass I'm going to bust a gut, man.
Nearly. First defeat of the season. Man City, bro, they're only 2 points behind you.
Second
Villa.
defeat. Yep, go on.
Second defeat. Apologies. Yeah, even better. Thank you so much. It feels like a long time, to be honest. But now Man City are only 2 points behind you. Villa, only 3 points behind you. Are you feeling the pressure? How are you feeling? What did you think of the game? The people want to know. I want to know.
Marky Mark, yes. How am I feeling? Well, as expected, really, wasn't it? We predicted not the way we lost,
yep.
But we did predict an Aston Villa win. So I was fully braced for coming into this weekend or out of this weekend with a 2-point lead over City and a 3-point lead over Villa. So it has played out the way we thought. Am I worried as a result? Here's the thing, Mark. Let me quickly. My issue with Arsenal fans at the moment, they see the Villa loss, yeah, and they're going, I don't know if we're creating enough. Our City is just 2 points behind us. Guys, relax. You can go off the whole season. 22 games, 17 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League, manage injuries through. Your question to me, how am I feeling? If you gave me that at the start of the season, dude, I'd have bitten your hand off it. I don't see the need for panic. Yes.
Forget the beginning of the season. That's got nothing to do with it. Yes, at the beginning of the season, if you're 2 points behind at this stage, you'd be taking it. But based on how well you've been performing,
yes,
based on how much you've been saying, we got the strongest squad. Based on how much you yourself, Geese, have been saying, Man City, they've been so inconsistent. I'm not even worried about them. They've been so inconsistent and they're only 2 points behind you. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be like the others and not like you. I'll be extremely concerned. And now we're saying it every frigging week about these injuries. They are mounting up. It is now becoming not just concerning. It's becoming a real problem. What do you think about your injury situation, Geezer? Because a few weeks ago, you was like, I'm not worried. We've got the squad. So now you can't say we've got the squad. You do. You're not worried. Yeah. You got the squad still.
We have got the squad. Saliba will be coming back. Now, look, obviously, if you lose Saliba, Gabriel, it's a problem, right? Because Timber's got to go in the middle. But again, it is proving that we've got a squad. I'll tell you why. Liverpool falling apart with one bad defender missing or one defender missing. Everyone else, Levi Colville at Chelsea. If you miss 2 defenders, you're going to notice it. What I am saying is that we've gone and lost to Villa. At Villa, they are the 3rd best team currently in the league right now. They're 3rd. They're on a crazy run. They're actually the most informed team over the last 10 games.
9
in the
wins
Premier
out
League.
of 10.
Is it 9 out of 10?
Mad.
Yeah. They're
9
such a
out
good
of
team.
10.
They're such a good team.
They're
and they were
wicked.
good value for the win as well, by the way. They were good value for the win.
They deserved it. They fully deserved it.
Yeah. Look, am I worried? Mark, I will say this. It's another tough away fixture ticked off. We've been to St. James's Park. We've been to Anfield. We've played City once already this season. Yes, it was at the Emirates. We've also been away to Villa Park now. We've been away to Stamford Bridge. City have got a horrible run coming up because my understanding is they haven't played you once yet, I don't think. And then they play Chelsea in Jan. They've got Palace away this weekend straight after being in Real Madrid at the Bernabeu in the middle of the week. So we'll see how City come through it because we have had the tougher start, which is why I'm more confident. Now,
Fair.
If it was the other way around, Mark, and we'd had an easy start of all 4 and we're only 2 points clear, yeah, I'd be worried. And look, am I still worried? Yeah, of course. It's City. At the end of the day, if anyone's going to chase us down, it's going to be City. It's Pep's team.
Absolutely.
But I am confident. I think Arsenal fans, listen. One thing before I kick it back to you. Arsenal fans, it's okay to say what you see. It's okay to say it with your chest. Look, you get battered by the media, get battered by rival fans, we get called bottlers, all of that stuff. But don't start feeling like it's like some sort, like the white guilt scenario, Mark, where white people get told, you can't think this, you can't say that, you're a racist. Don't say what you think. Arsenal fans, it's all right. If you think we've been the best team, say it. I think we've been the best team so far this season. I'm going to say it. The injuries, though, Mark, are turning into a bit of a problem if Saliba isn't back.
Because Mosquera's gone off now, and he looks like he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a huge... Bro, you're now going to have to put Calafiori or Timber in there. And if you put Timber in there, then you're taking away this season the most informed right back.
Can I just say that?
Right? And you're going to...
Just quickly say, Ben White, bloody hell, how's he not played all season and playing like this? It was insane. The problem
he's going to be important for you.
The problem isn't the right back. It's the problem is playing Timber at centre back because he's been used to playing right back all season. But you are right. I think Saliba will be back, Mark. Luckily, we've got Wolves. I say luckily, we've got Wolves at home next. The one game you'd wish for when you've got a ton of injuries and coming off a loss, right? They haven't won a game all season. So, yeah, I don't know, man. But I think...
You know what? In saying that as well, you lost the game. I think that you deserve to lose the game, but not by much. Because the way that I saw it, I mean, it was the best game of the season for me, and the most entertaining for a neutral. It was a great game, bro. I was messaging you throughout the entirety.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very even as well. And that's backed by the stats. I mean, you both had 15 shots on target each. It was just a last minute win from Buendia, which I thought it was so chaotic and so excited at the end. I was jumping, obviously, because I don't want Arsenal to win.
That was sickening as a Gooner. Oh.
Bro, it was such a good game.
Because you think you've escaped with a draw, didn't you? And then you just, sickening. But it was a great game.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they outplayed you. Yeah, but your midfield got dominated a little bit. They got some balls through there. It got dismantled a little bit.
Declan was tired, wasn't he? He was tired,
you know what,
bro.
That's what I'm saying to you about
90 minutes in a row. He's earned his rest for this week, bro. He's not going to play this week.
No. You're right. And I honestly think, bro, that Mikel, you're going to think I'm stupid for saying this, but I think Mikel Arteta needs to take at least one page out of Maresca's books and look to start managing your players a little bit better. A little bit of this injury problems has to go on his head a little bit, because it feels like players think that they're ready, or is he forcing them back? Bro, Trossard come back from injury, scored the goal, got injured again. It feels like he's not freaking ready.
No, he wasn't injured. It was a straight swap. He wanted to get Martinelli on for legs. But Mark, I do agree with you. Just before we move on to the next game, I do agree with you, actually. Think back to Sunderland away when we were winning 2-1 and hanging on. And surely, why have you bought Norgard if you're not going to bring him on for that type of game? Just get some fresh legs on the pitch. But he made no changes. We ended up drawing the game. And then who's to say that the next injury wasn't caused by that, right? There's knock-on effects. So I actually agree with you, dude. Like, some of it has to lay on Arteta's door. That's a fact.
I think it is a fact. I think there has to be a medium between Maresca's rotation policy, where he's rotating everyone,
bro. Yeah,
and then Arteta, who's just playing his strongest team every single game. And I think there has to be it has to be some type of medium between both. But I will say right now, if I had to pick Mikel Arteta picking his strongest players to get ahead and get momentum, I would pick that style rather than Maresca rotating every single game, rotating the back line every single game. I'll still have Arteta's strategy, to be fair, but a little bit of tweaks. I think he needs to be a little bit careful. Rest your best players, Mikel, right? Because you're not even halfway through the season and you want to... You're right. Arsenal can't panic, right? But if I was an Arsenal fan, I'm not like you. I would be panicking, especially after all this talk. Let's see if you're right over the next coming weeks, second half of the season, because it's a very interesting season. There is a lot of inconsistent teams, but even inconsistent... Look at Aston Villa. They were so bad beginning of the season.
They lost their first 3 games. They should be top. They should be top. They lost their first 3 games. I'm with you, Mark. I think, I think Arteta is maybe talking about a fine line. Just as you said there, more Mikel than Maresca. By the way, Aston Villa for the win. I think that's fair. Time will
Just
tell.
about.
Let's talk about Maresca and the next game, right? We played first.
Yeah, I know.
You're away to Bournemouth. Bournemouth, I think, had lost 4 of their last 5 or 5 of their last 5. This was a real opportunity to get back to within touching distance. And man, it was. I came back and I watched big chunks of the game. Dude, that was boring. What? Tell me what happened. Bournemouth, Chelsea. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings about that game?
You're exactly, brother. You messaged me after the Villa game and you was like, Man City are going to win now. I don't care, Mark. They're going to win. I was like, let's see, right? Because they're playing Sunderland, and you were right. And Maresca and the Chelsea players should have had that exact same mentality. Arsenal have just lost.
Exactly.
We need to win the game. It's a must-win game. Go out there and put it full force. Get the game, dominate the ball, create the chances. And what you said was actually spot on. It was a boring game. It was a lackluster performance. There was no energy. There was no intensity. There was no desire. And it's backed up, bruv, because there was like 0.8, I think it's 0.88 XG, which shows that we created how many chances in the game? 0. I've been harping on about how, even though we're not scoring the most goals, we've got the highest XG. We do, or we did before that game. And we were creating chances left, right and centre, but we wasn't even doing that this game. We had just lost to Leeds midweek. Arsenal had just lost against Villa. Why do you not pick up your large pants and put a belt on it and get to work?
Who do you blame for that performance, Mark? Do you blame the players? Or do you blame Maresca?
Maresca.
Okay.
Both.
Is it
both?
You blame both. What is it? 60-40 Maresca, 55-45? Give me a percentage.
I think I want to say 50-50, right? Because when the team went out, that first 11 was correct. It looked like the best 11. You know, Reece James come back in after they arrested him. Fofana come back in after they arrested him. And I was like, this is a strong team. We should have this. But they came out and they were a limp dick. They were so lethargic. It was boring, exactly how you said. The title for me is finished. That's not even the concern. And if Chelsea fans don't understand, we're not just in for the title. We are in a race for the top 4. Don't deny that, right? The problem is with Maresca, is when he comes up against these teams, I think that he overcomplicates his system, right? And he's very rigid and stubborn about it. This is one problem. I don't think that it's getting the best out of these players. Now, the other point to it is, why is it, if that's the case, which I do see in these types of games, when we play the bigger teams like the Arsenals, like the Barcelonas, does the tactical system work? It does work. But it's not just that. Now it comes over to the other 50%, which is the players. Why is it that they're so... Why do they not have any energy, Neil? Why are they so laid back? When they need to win, they take the foot off the gas. I don't understand. I can't just blame Maresca. It's from the players as well.
This is the first game, Chelsea game in the season. I can remember. Maybe there was others where I'm really. You and I agree on Maresca, by the way, and you know I'm happy to kind of lay blame at Maresca's door. But this is the first game for a while, at least, that I'm laying a bigger portion of the blame at the players' doorsteps or footsteps rather than Maresca. And the reason why is what you just said. They stepped on the pitch and they were dead from minute 1. It was so boring. And if I'm a player playing for Chelsea and I'm going away to a team that's lost 4 in 5 or 5 in 5, they're in a bad run of form, and I've just seen Arsenal drop points at the top of the league, you bet your ass I'm going to bust a gut, man. I'm going to bust the
Facts.
gut to make sure that, look, guys, I'm going to get up there and I'm going to be like, yeah, you know what? We're going to close the gap to 6 points again. And 6 points is okay. It's good. It's manageable. They're in touching distance at 6 points.
Yes.
But he just limped. You limped to a draw. And I know Bournemouth had a goal ruled out for offside, and he was offside. But they looked the more likely. But it was a very boring game.
They should have taken the game. They should have won the game, bro. They should have won the game.
If anyone was going to win,
millimeters. That's the menu. Yeah. It was Bournemouth. Look, it says a lot. Look, the best player on the pitch. This is going to sound crazy for you to hear this. The best player on the pitch was Robert Sánchez. That is freaking crazy. Yeah, because he's made some vital saves. I think he alone got us the points. He was that good in the game. He was
excellent. Yeah.
And what does that say about the rest of the players? I mean, it was good to see Cole Palmer back. It really was. But he was so ineffective. He was so rusty. I get it. He's just come back. But understandable that he was taken off at the 59th minute. Delap now has a big, what do you call it?
Dislocated his shoulder, yeah.
Dislocated his shoulder. He was crying on the way out of the pitch. But even still, Geezer, right? He's not the same player that we saw at Ipswich. At Ipswich, we saw a bulldozer of a type of player, or someone that's able to dismantle and push around the defence. But he's got like 1 goal in 14 games.
And that's what his performances have deserved, by the way. It's not like he's been unlucky. He's been shit.
You're right. He's been shit. You're right. You're totally right. So now the big question in everyone's, before we wrap this up, the biggest question is, and it looks like a big problem for Chelsea is their striker issue, right? Because you've got Liam Delap, he's out. You've got Mark Gui, who is still so raw. I mean, he comes on in a couple of games and he has a little bit of an impact, but it's no way consistent enough for him to start. So who have we got? We've got João Pedro. Now, with João Pedro, he's had a rubbish season for me. He had a great start, a great Club World Cup, banged in goals, very clinical, I must say. I was excited. You was excited. I remember you going, he looks like a good player. I didn't see that before.
Well, you and I both said at the start of the season when you signed him, before the Club World Cup, we were both like, João Pedro, really? I mean, at Brighton, he was okay, flattered to deceive. But it looks like our gut instinct was right. Because what you're about to say is, good Club World Cup, and then the season starts proper. And he's just, I mean, you can wrap it up, but just on the João Pedro bit, for me, the guy doesn't pull the trigger when he needs to pull the trigger. He looks like he's
absolutely
not bothered. He's a bit slow off the mark at times. I think he sometimes takes too many touches. His brain isn't in gear and his feet aren't in gear, in my opinion. I think club's too big for him. It's too big a step for him.
I agree. No. I agree. This is Chelsea Football Club. Look, I know we haven't been great last few years or whatever, but it's still Chelsea Football Club.
Exactly.
He's not good enough, but what I will say is that 2 things. He plays better when both Esteval and Cole Palmer are on the pitch. But what does that say? You can't have a player that, you know what, we've got João Pedro. He only plays good when Esteval and Cole Palmer, because they have this chemistry.
The best players around are in the team. It's like, well, how much does that actually say about João Pedro? Yeah.
You can't play well being reliant on 2 players like on your own. That means that you shouldn't even be in the squad, not let alone the first 11. So look, Esteval is still fit. Cole Palmer is coming back. It looks like it's going to take him a few games to get back his fitness, to get back his sharpness, to get back his rhythm. So let's see when those 3 are together, if it's able to improve João Pedro's game. And let's see if I'm actually right, because that's what I see. Maybe I'm wrong. These 2 players are now there to support him. Hopefully they'll put him up front and they can support and get the best out of João Pedro. But the striker situation is a problem. That goes back to the board, really, isn't it? Like, not fixing the problems and buying all these potential players that you can sell on for a profit, but if they're good enough, they can stay. But you're not fixing the problems. Striker, get an experienced striker, get an experienced defender. Even though Robert Sánchez had a good game, I don't care. I still don't think he should be the number 1. It was very disappointing from both of us. It was disappointing weekends for both of us for different reasons. At least Arsenal still showed heart.
A weird sort of way, exactly that reason. I'd be more deflated as a Chelsea fan right now. I know. I think
get it.
I hear
am.
Arsenal fans like being deflated, and I'm in the minority here. But I'm saying shit with my chest.
You
I
are.
don't care. That sounds
Fair,
corny as
I
I
like
see
that.
it. It's my opinion. But yeah, Mark, bring it home, my man. By the way, guys, let us know in the comments if you agree with us or not. I think Chelsea fans, you should be deflated. I think Arsenal fans, can be a bit disappointed, but maybe you don't need to be deflated. Either way, let us know. We'll respond to every single comment. Paddy knows us. He knows that we respond to every single comment. We will do it personally. Please let us know your thoughts and let us know if you like the video as well. And if you do, give it a like and subscribe. Mark him up.
Well, you said it all, my guy. For the next video, click right here and we'll see you lot in the next one. Thank you for watching.